over the past few days about my experience there, but I just want to tell you a few quick stories. I was tear gassed on June 1st, and very severely, like I thought I was going to die. And I was running away. I was part of a group of people. I'm not going to give you the whole story, but I actually was observing from across the street the very first incident in Istanbul where the police began to shoot tear gas and water cannons at a crowd. And I thought, I was diagonally across the street, I thought I was relatively safe. In fact, I thought I was safe because the police tanks, trucks and so forth were very close to where we were. And I was with a group of people. By the way, sidewalks and streets don't matter anymore because everything's now kind of an anarchic milieu. But the police, the riot police, when the people that were around me started to hiss and boo at what the police across the streets were doing, the police that were very close to us, at very close range, started to tear gas us. And so everyone ran for their lives. And I have to tell you, you run, you stumble, you stagger, you fall, you can't see, you can't breathe, and okay. So I 2.5 blocks of finally crawling, and I made it around to a side street, and 2 Turkish men came up to me, and one has a spray bottle, like a bottle of spray, and he tells me to open my mouth, and I didn't even know. Where are you from? New York, you know. Okay, and just show me that it was safe to spray in my mouth. He sprayed in his mouth, right? So I sprayed, told me I could they told me to swallow it, I swallowed it. Then this other man said, "You're from America?" I said, "Yes." "Tell American people that Turkey is not a democracy." And then he went and bought me a water. And I was so it was Turkish or state brutality and Turkish kindness within like a 5-minute period. Anyway, then the next day, to make a very long story short, I was with a group of people on Istiklal Street. Those who've been to Istanbul, it's the main commercial street, where there were tens of thousands of people, and I was right in the middle of the crowd, and I was outside of a kind of an art gallery building, a 4-story art gallery building, and there was a kind of cat and mouse game where they would tear gas, everyone would run, and then they would pull back and everyone would come back. And this happened 5 or 6 times. But I was with a group of people like 100 people that went into this art gallery. And at a certain point, you couldn't go outside anymore because the riot police came and the whole street was so filled with tear gas, you couldn't even breathe. In fact, you couldn't even breathe on the first floor of this building. So some people went in the basement of the building. I managed to go on the 4th floor, and I had my own window. And for the next 3 or 4 hours, because we couldn't go out, in fact, we had to hide because people were afraid if they saw us in the building, they would tear gas us in the building to get us out, arrest us, who knows. But I had my own window, and I stood there at the window, and I took 15 pages of notes, just what I saw. And it was so, on the airplane, when I couldn't sleep today, I wrote something. So I just have to get this out of my system. I'm really sorry.